Hey guys, Dr. Vic here, and in this week's video, I want to talk a little bit about life energy, right? The thing is, a lot of people I hear talk about, well, I've been working hard, I've been doing the work, and I just don't get the results. I don't understand why. I'm doing everything I'm being told. I've read your book, I've done this, I'm focusing on that. And one of the great things you can do as you watch this video, after you're done, I want you to do what's called a weekly check-in. I do this every week. And I reset on where I'm at. How did I do this week? Where's my mindset been? Have I had a stinking thinking type of things? Have I had some self-sabotage, maybe some self-doubt? Those things happen. I'm human. But it's one of those things where I keep in check where this is at and try to flip the switch afterwards and really get myself back in tune and in flow with what it is that's going to really help me continue to move forward and thrive. So one of the things you can do is what I always do is just check and see where have you been spending most of your time, right? Time and energy are very similar to one another because energy is the component of looking at where you put your focus to, and where you spend your time is where you're putting your focus at. So it's one of those things where you want to make sure that you are looking at where you've been spending time. Where are your time wasters at? And then what can you do to just change the needle just a little bit or improve by 5-10% for next week? It's just one thing that I look at of how I can do it. And there's times, sometimes it takes me a month before I can make those changes. I'm not perfect, but there are times where I'm like, F this, I'm done, not dealing with this anymore. I want to see, I don't feel good. I want to be at my best. So I'm making this change and that's it. And then I do it and I stick to it. It's just one of those things where I really, really hardcore focus on that. So do a weekly check-in and see where you've been. Where's your mindset? Where's your thinking? Where's your emotions been? Where are you spending your time, right? And those things are going to really start to give you a picture. As you document this each week, you can kind of see that, well, maybe things aren't happening in my life the way I wanted to. Okay, so where have you been spending your time? You go back and look and go, oh crap, yeah, this is what I've been doing. And then when things are on fire, right, things are just rocking and rolling, you can look back and say, okay, where have I been spending my time at? And you can look and see, where's my thoughts been? Where's my emotions been? And so much more. And all of a sudden, you start to see a pattern. You start to create your own recipe. You see, I'm not telling you what to think, I'm telling you how, because eventually you're going to do this rhythm and use this as a tool, as just a simple reflection, and you're going to create the recipe for you that helps you live and to determine if you're in flow and to stay in that flow. How cool is that? So when it comes to doing your weekly check-in, again, remember these things. Well, number one, where has your thoughts, where's your mind been? Has it been in the gutter? Has it been into optimism and perseverance, unlimitedness? Number two, where's your emotions been? Number three, where has you been spending most of your time? Right? Those are going to be some of the things that you want to focus on when it comes to looking at that perspective. And from there, you get to start over time, build a recipe that's going to work for you to help you stay in flow. Because when you are in flow, you start to live the law of least effort, which means the least amount of work that you need to do to get the greatest gain. It's a game changer. You don't have to grind and hustle 18 hours, 20 hours, overbeat your competition and all that garbage, in my opinion, that a lot of the gurus in self-development and personal development say. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. I love hard work. I grew up with hard work. I know what it is to grow up physical labor every single weekend. My dad taught me that, and one of the most grateful things I am for my dad, besides all these other things about him, is that he taught me what hard work was. He taught me what hard labor was all about. So I would understand what that is. So when it comes to that, you tell me I got to work 20 hours a day, 7 days a week for X amount of years in order to get to where I want to get to, I'll do it. But what I've learned is you don't have to. Tim Ferriss came out with a book called The 4-Hour Work Week. It changes the game about how you think about money. I don't focus on how much I make in a year. I focus more on what I make in an hour and how can I continue to keep my salary I want it to be while working less as I possibly can with getting the greatest gains on all areas of my life. And so when it comes to your life, again, thoughts, emotions, where you've been spending your time, look back on that week. Any questions you have, please let me know. And also, check out, if you haven't, go to my website, www.empoweryourreality.com, and go subscribe and check out my one week free class I have on how to disconnect or reconnect. And just doing that, it's just simple techniques that I've learned, may it be through different individuals or putting things together from a variety of techniques and so forth, that I pull things together and I put together each day. You get a video from me, no more than 2 to 3 minutes, and it just talks about the aspect of creating a disconnection from the world, in a sense, to get reconnected back to you. So check that out if you haven't. And as always, appreciate you. And until next time, keep rocking and rolling.